We're back. Oh my goodness. Keeping things short and simple. You know, last topic of the day. As y'all know, I am CB, the relationship guy, Cartier. Guy gave me them love bracelets. And I'm not gonna lie, we started the year off strong, but I'm getting, more and more sad. I'm like, aliens, come please level the population.
Why you sad, bro?
I'm sad because a lot of people's milestones right now are divorced. Like they're expecting to be divorced.
People doing it?
People are doing this. So this comes from, let me pull this up. Work it out. Now it's stuck in oh my gosh.
Bro, stop.
Sorry. Comes from eggshells. I can't pronounce shit.
All right, so you put your finger on the screen and then you sound it out slowly.
Axis. This comes from Axis, and as of recently, divorce in America is on the rise. And more from this research, millennials are looking forward to having that. And I guess, I'm not going to play, the entire clip or anything of that manner, but just the sheer numbers of what that was on there just made me just kind of like sad that people are anticipating a marriage or relationship not working. Mm-hmm. And like, let's have a party about it.
Yeah.
Like that shouldn't be relationships end and that's natural, but anticipating it is just harmful.
Yeah, no, for sure. I can't say I personally have seen too many people have a divorce party in my own personal intermediate circle. I have heard of them per se. But I will say this: typically, when I hear people celebrate divorce, it's usually due to a very, for lack of better words, toxic marriage or toxic situation, whether it be due to domestic violence, infidelity, or some other factor. Mm-hmm. So in that respect, I can understand that just getting a loved one out of a harmful environment. I think in general, though, divorce shouldn't be something that's celebrated. I may be coming from a place of privilege with this. My parents are celebrating their 30th anniversary this summer. So with that, I hold marriage very near and dear to my heart as far as, it being a holy union where, you're making a commitment to another person in that respect. So with that, I will say just due to, not sound cliche, I think the influence of social media has made people think that there's more options that there actually are in the world. And typically that's more so within relationships. Like I have so many friends that just says in our relationships left and right, like, bro, have you ever really sat down to actually work through something? Because no relationship is going to always be peaches and cream.
One of the most standout things about you is literally when we've talked and passed by each other, one of the most proudest things you've always talked about is your folks being together. Mm-hmm. And that's literally one thing that sticks out about you. And you just don't hear that often. And I just love that you that's a milestone that, I don't know, I feel like I don't think you're meek about it. You're very loud about it. I just feel other people are.
Yeah.
And they're searching for some type of trauma in that manner and things like that. But just going more on what you were saying, just it is very, it's depressing. I'm gonna be honest with you. A bit of my work is I'm in the heat of the battle with couples and working and talking through the things, and people really really want perfectionism. Mm-hmm. When we talk about marriage. And I'm curious, one of the reasons why I want to talk to you about this topic is,
go ahead.
No. You're the guy for this because you saw behind the lines. You were able to see your parents, and we've talked about it on the show. And I'm just curious, what did you witness within them where they it was their marriage over everything else? You saw that strong unit.
Mm-hmm. I would say, bro, above anything else outside of God, like there's always been a central theme within my family of my parents always choosing each other before any and everything, even when it came to my siblings. Just because at the end of the day, I remember my mom saying this one time to me, eventually y'all gonna get grown, your sister's gonna go off to college, you're gonna do your thing. At the end of the day, it's still gonna be me and him. It's somebody like I chose to walk my path with in life. Like I was born and my mom, she essentially like chose to have me because she could have went a different route, but that's a connection by blood. Whereas when you're getting married, that's just a choice of nothing but love and the decision to stay committed to one another. And growing up in my household, seeing my parents, even through like some tumultuous situations, just finding a way. We're gonna sit down and like work this out because you my nigga, you my. There ain't no like we ain't getting divorced. So And I think part of it too just like how they both grew up. Like my grandparents on my mom's side, they going on 55 years together.
No, they're not.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Damn.
I think they about to be. Yeah, actually no. This September we celebrating their 55th anniversary. And then my paternal grandparents, they both passed. Like they've been going for some years now, but they was probably like around like 40, 50 by the time they both passed as well. So that's what they grew up around, and it's kind of like the values that has been passed down to me. That's why I'm very intentional when I get in a relationship, especially at this age. I'm not. It's one thing to like to be, I'm casually dating, but like if I'm in a relationship at this age, I'm about to be 29 in July. Like I'm not trying to just be going through a cycle of learning somebody's favorite color or like me. Like if at this point, bro, if I introduce you to my goddaughter, like. Yeah, like I'm serious about you for real,
bro. Meeting my nieces is everything to me. You didn't tell no fucking lie right there. I dead ass. The part that I want to take things further with, because it's important, Key, that you said that is when compared to, because I don't even want to say your situation is anomalistic. I just want to say that's normal. That should be the normalized. What I guess I want to just talk about is you make the point of when we have these divorce parties or people are just so like against like trusting someone again, things of that manner. It is literally the overcorrection effect. And the reason why I call it the overcorrection effect is, domestic violence, verbal abuse. I'm trying to think.
Emotional abuse.
I'm trying to think. I swear there's like one other one. Okay, we'll just say those three.
Yeah.
Those are unnatural things that happen, and when those things happen and those become normalized, like the natural thing is you want to heal from that, and then that part is healthy. Like you want to get away from that, and the thing when you get back to it is, once again, you're eventually going to have to love again. And this is when the overcorrection effect comes in. We're like, all right, I'm not looking for a narcissist. I'm not looking for a person who's not going to do this, right? And the thing is, dating's already shit. So you already have that compounding against you. And then also you have this trauma that's on top of it. So it's kind of like you meet, excellent, outstanding gentleman like Tay, you know what I'm saying, And let's just say he's running late, right? Yeah. Let's say you're running late on Access and you even text, I'm running late, blah, blah, blah. You could be triggered. Well, the last person who talked to me, he's not going to be dependable. Are you applying past traumas and past hurts onto this person? Like when you overcorrect to protect yourself, you're really divorcing yourself from the process of what Tay and his family has. Mm-hmm. Because I'm pretty sure there are things that, and you don't have to say anything. We're like, I'm speculating that there's probably times where his mom was like, fuck this nigga. Like, I'm about this motherfucker. I can't believe you put me through this shit. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. I ain't gonna disrespect moms. Dads be like, I'm Darth Vader. Like, I would. But it's kind of like you said, let's sit down and talk about this. Yeah. Where like they had to let certain things, certain aspects of ego go. And people might hate me for saying this. Even if you weren't the cause of what happened in your relationship, part of the ego of letting go is that hurt doesn't define me because this new person, this new situation has nothing to do with it.
That's facts.
So it's just very sad to just see that.
Yeah. I think one thing, just to build off that a little bit, I think sometimes people carry trauma into new situations, and it kind of limits them from giving their full self in experiences. And some of my mom is also kind of fed into me, like within her marriage and what she thinks is the best way to carry out marriage in general. Like, when people say, like, we got to go 50-50, like in marriage, like, nah, like you got to go 100-100.
Yeah. No, it's a thousand.
And it may look different day by day, hour by hour, but like you have to completely give your full self.
And the part that I think that people struggle with, it's for periods where lady, girl, whoever's listening to this, if your man gets out of work and he needs some time, give him that time. But the thing is, if he's bumming around, cut him loose, where it's kind of, you have to give someone opportunity to grow, where that period of time you may have to, cover the rent. Like I know on the Button podcast, they all called and was like, all right, girl, can you take care of the rent for 2 months? There's a couple of shorties, he's like, boom, I got you. And the other one was like, I don't know. That lets me know that you really don't trust his get back like that, where when you both, and I'll say this, I'll be so honest with you. I've stopped saying teamwork. Are we a unit? A unit, we take care of each other. All weak parts from your parts, Mark. If you leaking, I'm leaking too. We're a unit. We passing up all the shit. So it's kind of like when we get married, the seriousness needs to go back to it, where you gotta show up for each other. We gotta let go of the ego. There's so much ego of my marriage is supposed to look like this, and marriage doesn't always look like Prince Charming and all this Disney bullshit, rom-com shit. Like, I know sometimes some people call me rom-com Rob. What?
I ain't never heard that. That's crazy. Though.
Yeah, rom-com Rob. But at the same time, can you be in the trenches with me? Like, really in the trenches. And that's different from someone calling you a bitch or, putting you down when, and we got to be able to differentiate between the two, but
it's a conversation for another day.
Another day. This is a quick podcast, but we're going to be back next week with all the cast, minus a few, because some people, we're going to be back on Valentine's Day.
True. Any big plans?
Valentine's Day to all the women, bro. All the women. Yeah.
All the women.
All the women. Yeah. Count them chickens.
Got to.
Well, this has been Cartier Bob.
Stay forward.
And we out.